Okay, guys, let me give you my take on astronumerology. And astronumerology is a combination of astrology and numerology. And as such, I want to say that one, I started practicing numerology before I started practicing astrology. But once I started practicing astrology, I actually saw some areas where I felt that there was an overlap where things needed to be combined. So, in general numerology, we have things such as a good day for this, a good day for that, based on the numbers. And so, let's just say 2, 6, those are days for relationships. So, in general, a person would say, "Oh, what day should I get married?" And you say, "Oh, well, you should get married on a 2 day, a 6 day, or if you're trying to get married for money, you should get married on a 5 day or 8 day, depending on the reason the person is trying to get married." But when you look at astrology, especially Vedic astrology, you look at the seasons, you look at the dashas, you look at the timing. So if a person is planning on getting married on a day that just so happens to be a 2 day, a 5 day, a 6 day, a 8 day, depending on their motivation for marriage, then you look at what they're in, where they're at in the cycle in their life. Because if the person is in one of those Rahu or Ketu energies, that marriage is going to fall apart. That marriage is going to be in shambles. It's not really ideal. So when you combine astronumerology, although a day like a 3 is a joyful day, a happy day, good energy for communicating, you might think that's a good day to get married, but it might not be for the individual, because although that's a 3 day, it might not be a 3 day in their numerology chart, and it might not be a 3 energy, or which in reality, if you marriage and contracts is in the seventh house. And so when you got to factor that in, and to whether or not it's a good day to be married. There's a lot of aspects that go into picking a day for a person, which is why Yotoshis charge so much money when picking days for couples to actually get married and build a life together, days to buy a home, those things. And in India, like actual India, the process of getting married is not simply a thing of we love each other, we're going to get married on Friday because that's Valentine's Day. No, no, no. You actually go and you see a Yotoshi, and the Yotoshi goes through both people's chart, evaluates the days for the most prosperity, the days where the marriage will have the most chance of surviving and being healthy on multiple levels, especially financial, because that's a big component of marriage. So all that being said, when I do astronumerology, I look at these factors. And all people who do astrology or numerology look at different things. And if you're using Western culture or Eastern culture, you're going to have some variations in what you find to be favorable. Now, since most of the Eastern traditions and teachings are more, they've been around longer than the Western ones, some of them have more value to me personally. I understand why some people follow the Western society, because most of the Western society's thoughts are patriarchal. So they're dealing with the sun as a masculine energy, although in true numerology, the sun is both masculine and feminine. They're dealing with the moon as a feminine energy, although in true astrology, the moon is both feminine and masculine. So there's a lot of different variations. I always tell people when they go to someone, astrology or numerology, when someone starts giving you information and it doesn't resonate with you, whatever they're using to do their astronumerology reading might not line up with who you are at your core. Doesn't mean that they're wrong or that whatever they're doing sucks. It just means that you're not in alignment with it for whatever particular reason. So just wanted to give that information out there. What I do, I have found to be true for the majority of my clients over the years. When I have said to them, hey, this union is not going to be good, it's not been good. When I've said to them, this union is good, it's been good. When I've given them this information that, oh no, this is not a good time in your life, it has all been the case. So that's why I'm a person that if something works, I stick with it. If it's not working, I eliminate it. I advise everyone else to do the same. All right.